What's going on, everyone? It is Andrew back again with another video, and in this one we're going to be talking about, will there ever be a Rainbow Six Siege 2 coming out in the far future? Obviously this wouldn't come out recently, but that's what we're going to be talking about today. So do I ever think there will be a Rainbow Six Siege 2? And the answer is yes. I do think there will be another one in the franchise or in the series. I don't know when that will be. Obviously I'm not a developer or anything, but I'm assuming it will be in the probably next 10 to 20 years, I'd imagine. Just because they're going to keep adding, a ton of stuff to the game, and it's going to keep it fresh. But after a certain point, I think they're going to add way too many things into the game, and it's just going to be, enough. And, no one's going to know everything, and there's still going to be a ton of things that are super hard to do. And I think the game is just not going to be fun anymore than it is, as it is right now. I don't know. That's just my prediction, though. I do see them making another game, and I do think it will be like this. But I think it's going to have some major difference to it, and whether it will be good or bad, I don't know. But if they were to make another one, I see them doing a really good story, just because all the other Rainbow Six games have really good stories in them. I see them having a really good story instead of just the situations. They'll probably use the operator characters in there if there's another one. I could see that. For multiplayer, I could definitely see them having a lot of the same elements in it, but it's different, because I feel like they got to make it different at some point, and I think people are going to love it, to be honest. I think if they make it different and it's somehow better than the first one, then people are going to love it. And then I see them adding a practice mode some point into this new game, if it were to ever happen, just because there's still not one in the normal one, or in the first Rainbow Six. But I do think if it were to come out, there'd definitely be a practice mode at launch. I think that could be a thing. So besides for those three things, I don't think the game would have anything else. If Quarantine does well, maybe you could add a zombies mode. If we were constructing, another Rainbow Six Siege, I can see them adding a zombies mode if Quarantine does really well. But I don't know how well Quarantine's gonna do. We don't even know much about it, except that it's Siege Zombies, to be honest. But I think those would be three modes they could do if Quarantine went well. They had to make another game, and they would put a story mode in the game. That's what I see. They probably bring back Terrorist Hunt as well, and a couple other things. Maybe situations would come back, but it'd be separate from the story mode or something like that. And these are just kind of my ideas for if they were to make another one and how it would work. If we go into multiplayer, though, I think, like I said, they have to make a major change. I still think everything will be destructible. Obviously they'd add new maps and everything, new graphics, textures, all that kind of stuff would be in the game. We're talking about 20 years in the future, so we're talking like 2040. That's a long time. But I could see them adding a ton of new stuff, and we don't even know what could happen in the next 20 years with games. There might be a new mode that I don't even know about, that we could talk about. I think by that point, the first Siege would be very different. I think we'd have a ton of playlists to play. There probably would be a practice mode. There's going to be a theater mode that we know of. There'll probably be a ton more other stuff that will come into the first one. But I think all those are probably a necessity in the first Rainbow Six Siege. You never know what they can think of in 20 years with a new game mode. Because there's only 3: hostage, secure the area, and bomb in the first one. Maybe they would think of another one. I don't really know what they can think of for terrorism and hostage situations and all that kind of stuff. The bomb main game mode, that makes sense still. That'd probably still make sense for years to continue in FPS games. But they could think of another fun casual mode. I think that'd be pretty cool to add. Yeah, so what they probably have to do with the opera is they probably have to split it, so maybe half of them go to the new one, and some of them, stay in the old one, just because some of the operas are not good, like Fuse, Frost. Those are really not good operas that people play a lot. Nook won't probably make it either. But some ops would. I'd say like Jaeger, Wamai, Gridlock, maybe Nomad, one of those two. Those ops, Ash probably would be in the new one. All the popular operas that get used and that are in the meta consistently, those would probably get thrown over. Like Blackbeard probably wouldn't, because, it's kind of OP what his gadget is. But team helping abilities, I could see that. Well, let me know what you guys think if they ever made a second one and when it would be. My prediction would be I'd say 2035 actually. I'd say 2035, you'd see another Rainbow Six Siege come out. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, maybe they never will, you never know. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.